Jasmine Linneberry is a storyteller. As a child, she built newscasts out of cardboard boxes, cassette tapes, and pictures. And as an adult, she champions the power of stories to connect people and spark change. Jasmine's interest in journalism was tied to her faith and her feminist commitments to social justice. As a journalist, she was able to help tell people's stories. As an editor, she mentored others to do the same. She felt this vocation allowed her to shine light into darkness, to create spaces for the voices of the voiceless, and to seek to transform unjust social structures. But Jasmine felt her influence could go even further by working with students in the classroom. After earning her master's at California State University, Chico, she enrolled in a PhD program at Purdue University. While pursuing her doctorate, Jasmine worked closely with the nonprofit group World Pulse, where she researched and worked on the creation of inclusive spaces that empower women to be agents of social change. Since graduating, Jasmine has accepted a position as the Associate Director of Research and Operations with the Purdue Peace Project, a locally led peace-building initiative in West Africa and Central America. Through this work, Jasmine has seen what many thought was impossible become a reality. People who once violently clashed with one another now live together peacefully. Jasmine credits her experiences at Whitworth with shaping who she is today. She learned about journalism from the Whitworthian, the Janter Media Trip, and co-teaching an online journalism lab. Working with Jim McPherson and Alan Mickelson inspired her passion for research and higher education, and she grew in many ways through her time with Jenny Whitehouse and Chris Morehouse. Looking toward the future, Jasmine says, "I hope to continue working to create spaces for inclusive participation through scholarship, teaching, and service within and beyond higher education." Whitworth is proud to honor Jasmine Linneberry with the 2017 Emerging Leader Award.
Photography helped shape Dr. Ron Rice's early life. Ron met his wife while photographing a Whitworth friend's wedding. The photo lab in the basement of Macmillan Hall helped him earn enough to pay for his Whitworth education. And Ron's photography work also paid for his 3 years at Princeton Theological Seminary, plus a 9-month, 34-country trip after he graduated. His photographer's eye gave him the ability to look past what others see, finding beauty and potential all around him. This skill, along with his servant's heart, led to a lifelong legacy of service to others. Ron worked hard for change. As a youth pastor at Bellevue Presbyterian, he saw the need for a full-time hospital chaplaincy program at secular hospitals in the area. Ron raised money to create the first such program in the Seattle area. It was so successful that other major hospitals in the region soon followed suit. Ron then served as Whitworth's first full-time chaplain from 1967 to 1969. From Whitworth, Ron was called to be a pastor at First Presbyterian Church of Centralia. Ron and his congregation were so dedicated to serving others that the church dedicated 1/3 of its budget to missions work. When Ron first traveled to Nigeria, he again looked past the overwhelming needs and saw potential for change. Thousands of Bible teachers were under-resourced, which stifled their ability to serve students. In response, Ron wrote and printed instructional manuals to help the teachers. When he met Ayuba Gufwan, a teacher crippled by polio, they joined forces to found a wheelchair ministry that has given the gift of wheelchair mobility to more than 14,000 people. Ron raised more than $1.5 million to support these and other projects. Because of this work, Ron is one of only a few white men ever to receive the high honor of being turbaned as a chief by a Muslim tribe in Nigeria. The list of the changes Ron has brought about seems endless. While he always had a servant's heart, his time at Whitworth helped it to grow. Those 4 years strengthened his call to ministry and helped his faith become his own. Many faculty members at Whitworth influenced his life, particularly Drs. Cunningham, Duvall, Simpson, Dilworth, MacDonald, and Yates. Ron took to heart Whitworth's mission to honor God, follow Christ, and serve humanity. That photographer's eye allowed him to look beyond the surface and see ways he could make a difference. As he said, serving Christ and serving others in Christ's name has brought life's richest blessings. Whitworth is proud to honor Dr. Ron Rice with the 2017 Alumni Mind and Heart Award. As an accomplished businessman, Bill Curry knows the importance of making wise investments, and he's invested well in every area of his life. Bill's career began at Keytronic Corporation, where he filled a number of roles, finishing his tenure as the Vice President of Sales. Under Bill's leadership, sales grew from $32 million to $131 million. One highlight from his 30 years at Huntron, where he served as president, was to help create a program that improved circuit card repair for the Department of Defense. Bill's leadership helped the government save $750 million. Bill's career achievements are impressive, but so are the investments he's made in his community. He continues to volunteer with Young Life. Also, he served on the Bellevue Christian School Board, including co-chair responsibilities for a fundraising campaign to build the Bellevue Christians Mack Elementary School campus. The Whitworth community has reaped great reward from Bill's investment here, too. As President Emeritus Bill Robinson said, "When I hear the word pirate, I think of two people, Johnny Depp and Bill Curry. And Johnny only wishes he could lead his pirates as well as Bill leads our pirates." You can't know Bill for 30 seconds without seeing his love for Whitworth. But you could know him for 30 years without seeing half of what he does for Whitworth. When he was a trustee, Bill was known for his wisdom and his enthusiasm. As a pirate fan, he's known for his loyalty and enthusiasm. He even arranges his life around Whitworth sporting events. As an alumnus, he's known for his advocacy and enthusiasm. As a friend, he's known for his self-sacrificing availability and enthusiasm. But beyond his wisdom, loyalty, advocacy, availability, and did I mention enthusiasm, Bill is relentlessly generous. Whether it is generosity of spirit, prayer, friendship, or resources, everybody who knows Bill knows his generosity. Bonnie and I are among the lucky ones he and dear Nancy befriended. And though Nancy is gone, we remain deeply blessed by her life, as Bill has given Bonnie so many of Nancy's fun and meaningful music artifacts. His generosity strikes again. Every person and every university needs a Bill Curry. I'm so grateful our university has recognized Bill with the Alumni Service to Whitworth Award. His advocacy, wisdom, and generosity are felt across campus, on the Whitworth Foundation Board, Business Advisory Board, in the classroom, and as a mentor for our students. Bill's time at Whitworth was transformative. The early 1970s were an interesting time for our country, and Whitworth fostered meaningful conversations around diverse topics. Many people affected Bill. but Dr. Harry and Marge Dixon had the biggest impact on his life. If you hear it straight from Bill, he'll tell you how he feels his time at Whitworth never really ended. It was here he met the love of his life, Nancy, and created enduring friendships with many. As Bill said, I still feel like Whitworth continues to give me more than I can ever give, and for that I am forever grateful. Whitworth University is proud to honor Bill Curry with the 2017 Alumni Service to Whitworth Award.
Lensa Godina, the daughter of a man often called Ethiopia's Bonhoeffer, has worked tirelessly to continue the legacy of her martyred father, Godina Tumsa. Today, Lensa heads the Godina Tumsa Foundation, a holistic Christian organization combining faith and action to serve some of Ethiopia's most marginalized people. Lensa came to Whitworth in 1980, only a year after her father had been abducted and killed by the ruling military junta, the Derg. A passionate pastor and gifted theologian, Godina Tumsa had served as General Secretary of the Ethiopian Evangelical Church, Makana Jesus, part of the Lutheran World Federation. Like Dietrich Bonhoeffer, Tumsa challenged the government's claim of authority over the church, and he championed the cause of the Oromo people, a large ethnic group oppressed both by Haile Selassie and by the revolutionary communist Derg regime that seized power in 1974. Although urged to leave Ethiopia for his own safety, Tumsa refused, saying God called him to remain with his people. On July 28, 1979, Tumsa was abducted and killed. His wife was tortured and imprisoned for nearly 10 years. The Godina children, including Lensa, fled the country. When Lensa graduated from Whitworth in 1984 with a degree in sociology, it was not safe to return to Ethiopia. Only in 1991, a few years after the military junta's demise, was she able to go home. In 1992, Lensa and her sister created the Godina Tumsa Foundation, focused on empowering people from all backgrounds and religions. Today, the Godina Tumsa Foundation focuses its energy on bringing safe, reliable water sources to villages, micro-enterprise, women's empowerment, and numerous educational projects for adults and children. Lensa has also worked to maintain Godina Tumsa's intellectual legacy. Though the Derg government destroyed most of her father's theological writings, the Godina Foundation published the surviving pieces. Additionally, 9 years ago, the foundation created the Godina Tumsa Theological Forum. The forum unites individuals from around the world to discuss topics including African theology and unity and diversity in the church. More recently, Godina Tumsa and a colleague were honored by the book, The Life, Works, and Witness of Sahai Telosa and Godina Tumsa, the Ethiopian Bonhoeffer. Lensa wrote the book's preface. Lensa Godina's tireless dedication to her father's mission has changed many lives by empowering people in disadvantaged communities. The extraordinary contribution by this talented and faithful woman is why Whitworth is proud to honor Lensa with the Distinguished Alumna Award.